Minutes on the board, and here we go on this Sunday afternoon. Conference game number 2 for each school. Lewis slaps the ball to the backcourt to Dalton Banks. And we are underway.
Don, you're going to see a lot of man-to-man defense by both teams. Murray State going to try and pressure the ball and play head up one-on-one in the post.
Oh, what a great move by Miles Foster inside.
Huge impact on this Redbird team. Foster, the transfer from Monmouth, the Brooklyn native.
Jacoby Wood, number 24. Quite a pick set there by Ellington. Walker looking outside for Wood, and Wood at the point against the man-to-man of Illinois State. 2-0 Redbirds. And 6 on the shot clock. And that was blocked. Number 22, Kendall Lewis, blocking the shot, giving the Redbirds the ball right back. Poindexter, the entry pass, and a good one. And the shot is short this time for Foster, who scored the last time down. Oh, the drive all the way in, and good. Rob Perry.
Right on cue. Rob Perry is going to look to shoot it in transition as often as he can.
Illinois State is looking to cut down on the turnovers. Another good pass inside and off the glass. Foster has 4. He's 2 out of 3 from the field here in the early going. Number 24 is Jacoby Wood. The shot for 3, and that's all glass for Sean Walker Jr. Running the floor, the Redbirds score it with Kendall Lewis.
Coach Pro not happy with what he is seeing from the Racers out the gate. They don't get back in transition. Redbirds take advantage.
Closed captioning for today's game is made possible by farmer-owned Prairie Farm Dairies, celebrating 85 years of feeding American families. And see, that happens so many times after a shot like that goes off the glass or off the rim so hard that it triggers the transition game.
Bad shot leads to a run out. Bad offense means it's tougher on a defensive end. As we take a look at the pick and roll, it's so nice to see a post guy roll to the basket as opposed to the pick and pop. Nice job by Foster. And there you see the bad shot leads to an easy basket for Illinois State. And what happens, John, on that is the other 4 guys on Murray State don't realize the shot's going up. When the shot goes up, they're caught off guard, hence the run out, the easy basket.
Well, that one step to the basket after the shot cost a team dearly on the other end, as Kendall Lewis was able to finish and give Illinois State a 6-2 lead. Jacoby Wood coming off 19 points in 36 minutes against Bradley. And Perry over Poindexter. Rebound inside Walker. And he's stripped of the ball. Burford the other way. He splits the defense, and that's his first field goal. She comes in averaging 10.8 a game. 8-2 Illinois State. Oh, the dish inside did not produce a shot. Walker with the entry pass. And a foul with Ellington taking a turn toward the basket.
John, this time of year, you see so many guards who are just out of control in transition. But watch Burford. He waits till the water clears, and then splits it, hits the gap. Terrific patience by Darius Burford.
And the slight hesitation opened things up for the easy close-in shot. After the foul on Burford, Murray State with the ball. Ellington, he shoots off the backboard. He was denied inside by Miles Foster. And here is Banks to the front court. Burford goes straight up. He has 4. It's an 8-0 run. 10-2 in favor of Illinois State.
How's this for an early comparison? Darius Burford reminds me a little bit of R.J. Dennis from Baylor, the Toledo transfer. Very good at scoring inside the 10-foot mark.
How about Brian Moore Jr. there? A strong move and a good finish.
He's one of those trio of guards that Murray State plays with. Been in double figures every game this year as well.
Poindexter, and the pass inside. Foster. And that shot is going up shortly. Off the glass and out of bounds. That was off Illinois State and off Lewis. And now Murray State will play it in.
You know, sometimes post guys, they start working so hard in there. And you watch Foster twist around twice. You got to get a little help from the guard. Slide to an open spot, kick it back out, and then throw it back into him when he gets his feet set and ready to go.
This is Wood into the front court. And off the double team. 25 is Walker. Brandon Lee, number 12, is in defensively for Illinois State, and he has his hands on the ball right now. Lee, the tallest player in Illinois State basketball history at 7'1". Poindexter stepping up. And the baseball pass cross court for Dalton Banks. 12 on the shot clock. A long three-point attempt won't go for Poindexter, and the ball is slapped over to Jacoby Wood of Murray State.
Terrific job by Murray State defensively, keeping the ball contained.
Quincy Anderson, number 10, off the bench for Murray State, and on the drive, and he can't score it. The ball is slapped off the glass and down to Brandon Lee. Banks for Poindexter, shooting for three, and he's short again. Lee with the offensive rebound to the cutting Poindexter.
And how about that, John? Poindexter with his first 2 points in 3 games. Unbelievable.
Well, he couldn't hit from behind the arc, so he found the basket inside.
Great job by Lee keeping that possession alive, and a nice pass.
10 of the 12 points for the Redbirds have come from inside the paint. Here's the ball fake. Perry outside. 5 on the shot clock. And there is a foul called. And that's on Ellington, his first.
Well, Brandon Lee knows the ball's coming off the opposite side. His point guard helps him out. Poindexter gets the easy 2.
When change and
Popeye's new chicken wings make no sense. Marinated in Louisiana spices, hand battered and flipped, and then we have the audacity to call all 5 flavors fast food? Someone should really say something, or order something.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally found what I've been looking for.
oh my gosh.
I know. How is this stuff so good?
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serious about flavor.
At Target, get low prices on parties.
I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me love. Show me love. Love like this before. Love like this before. I never knew there was a love
Get your party started for less at Target.
like this before.
Okay, get this right, and you get my free ticket to tonight's game. Who is my all-time favorite receiver?
Larry Fitzgerald.
Yes, Larry Fitzgerald.
Hey, I heard you got an extra ticket to the game tonight. I would love to go.
Yeah, sure. It's all yours, Larry.
Thanks, Billy. I'll meet you out front. What?
Yeah, okay, it's Bob, but okay. Yeah,
You don't know your name, dude.
I guess I'm Bill now.
With Vivid Seats, when you buy 10 tickets, you can get your 11th free.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments.
arena in Normal, Illinois, with the Illinois State Redbirds leading by 8 over Murray State. Let's check out today's Birdwatch, presented by Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters, as throughout the season we'll be featuring all the top candidates for the Player of the Year award, picking up that Larry Bird trophy. With Rob Berry in this game and Tucker DeVries, the preseason pick for Player of the Year, and Isaiah Swope off to a good start with the Sycamores, averaging just under 19 points a game. So Indiana State looks like they're going to have a good run.
Well, as Kevin Lehman said, Matt Schertz is the Mike Leach of the Missouri Valley Conference, and he has developed players, Robbie Avila being one of them, and Julian Larry, and then he has mixed in the new guys. Isaiah Swope, big impact.
Here's a lob pass low, Lieb, and he'll fan it out for Kinzinger. Poindexter drops in a 3. Malachi Poindexter has 5 as he has made good on his last 2 shots.
Textbook basketball. In and out, swing the ball.
A 13-2 run for the Redbirds. The ball fake for Justin Morgan in the spin. He scores. Morgan off the bench, the sophomore from Memphis, Tennessee, averaging 5-2 a game. And that's the kind of lift the Racers needed off the bench to make it a 15-6 game. Illinois State out of the double team. There's Kinzinger. Lewis around to Suzuki. Kinzinger met with resistance at midcourt. Poindexter with 5 on the shot clock and travel. A travel call against Malachi Poindexter. Good defensive stand that time for the Racers.
And you take a look at this last possession, Illinois State. Double team, you create the advantage, disadvantage. You get the defense running, you make the extra pass. Poindexter delivers. And then the swing. Morgan, a three-point shooter, but puts it on the floor. Nice drive by the young man from Memphis.
Perry with the shot short. Rebounding position there for Lewis. The ball is out of bounds. Murray State will inbound with 13-11 to go in the first half, and Illinois State leading 15-6. Number 2 off the bench, Ty Pence for the Redbirds.
Here, John, you watch Brandon Lieb, the transfer from Illinois, and he just is playing with a sense of joy. Just because he's getting the opportunity to play, he's going to be a good player in this league.
And off the dribble, the basket is good for Sam Murray. Sam Murray, the second, a sophomore out of Gulfport, Mississippi. And we have a timeout at 15-8. Illinois State, 13:04 to go in the first half. Had a little more life out of the offense for Murray State.
When you look at Brandon Lee, a young man who, sat the bench, played a little bit at Illinois, but played behind a couple of NBA guys. Now he's getting a chance to play. He's getting his confidence, and as Coach Pete and I talked earlier today, he may not be an all-conference player this year, maybe next year, but his enthusiasm is an infectious thing for this team, and it really has helped them in the early going.
And last year, he played in all 31 games at Illinois, scoring a total of 27 points. He had 9 minutes at UIC, I should say, on Thursday, and those minutes were big in the Illinois State comeback. Illinois State against full-court pressure. Quincy Anderson in the backcourt for Murray State. And Malachi Poindexter will bring the ball across. Nice hook pass for Lieb. Suzuki low, and the basket for Ty Pence.
And part of pressing full court, you got to transition back to your half-court defense.
That was methodical.
Oh, good job by Illinois State. Patience. They looked down the floor. They hit the middle.
The shot for 3 goes in. The score, 17-11 in favor of Illinois State with the lead and the ball.
Murray State has tried to speed up Illinois State and get them uncomfortable in the half-court setting, but the Redbirds have showed their composure early on.
Lieb taking the pass. 5 on the shot clock. And with 2 on the shot clock, that's short for Ty Pence. Suzuki couldn't score. And on the transition game, number 10 is Quincy Anderson. Perry out high.
Rob Perry knows he has a mismatch with Lieb out front.
And off the glass, it's Anderson. Quincy Anderson scores. And the foul was committed by Kinziger. How about this drive?
Gets the defender up in the air, gets to the rim, draws the foul. Mr. Excitement off the bench, Quincy Anderson.
Check out Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. They are like new and only available at your local Honda dealer. Checked, inspected, and reconditioned with genuine Honda parts by factory-trained technicians. Honda certified it and backed it with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Certified pre-owned Hondas are in stock now at your local Honda dealer. Drive worry-free with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Honda certified it. Only when you buy at your local Honda dealer.
Hey man, ever since you tried Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, I feel like you've been a bigger fan of that than the closers.
How could you say that? Ranch time.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serves by flavor.
You have to have a dream, a goal. You have to be willing to work for it.
We are not going to stop chasing a dream and be canceled.
You look up not giving up in the dictionary, a picture of my wife would be there.
You're one of the strong ones, okay? Just remember that.
You're stronger.
My dad would be so thankful for all of the lives that have been saved.
Jimmy, my man up there, we are not going to stop chasing a dream and be canceled.
You're stronger than you know.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
What's the best part of turning 100? You. Our neighbors we've had the opportunity to help throughout the years.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Has cut into an 11-point deficit with a 9-2 run, and it's a 4-point game in the first half. As we check out our men's basketball standings, a presentation of the DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington, the preferred hotel in the Missouri Valley Conference in central Illinois' Twin Cities. For your next trip to Bloomington Normal, call 309-664-6446 or visit bloomington.doubletree.com. We have 3 at 2-0. Drake, Indiana State, and Belmont, with one of these teams trying to join them.
Well, Belmont picking up a win yesterday without Cade Tyson. In the lineup was out. Indiana State. Josh Church, again, 2 big wins and not even close. And then Drake, that's what you expect from the preseason favorite. But Illinois State much improved on the defensive end. Murray State, a lot of guys coming back. Ellington has been an impact as a transfer. Now we see a little more full court pressure. A little 2-2-1, slow you down, see if you make a mistake.
And Quincy Anderson has scored the last 6 for Murray. The 3-point lead now for Illinois State after leading by 11. Burford drawing the attention of Ellington. And here's Banks. And he is fouled. Jacoby Wood with the reach in. That's the first on Wood.
Yeah, John, we talked earlier with Coach Peden, and he talked about setting the rules every game. And what I mean by that, or what he means, is how are you going to play somebody? So the first rule was don't let the trio of guards go off for Murray State. Well, Perry has 2, Moore has 2, and Wood has not scored. So that's one rule that they have held fast thus far.
Burford. And the rebound for 23, Nick Ellington. But Murray on the run. Open in the corner. The three miss that time by Morgan. And the loose ball on the court. A scramble for it. And Kazuki is tied up there by 23, Nick Ellington.
Can't tell if he got poked in the eye or hit in the nose, but now Ellington caught him with a finger in the eye. That stings.
So 20 on the shot clock, 10:51 on the first half clock. As Murray State will play the ball in at the baseline. Jacoby Wood will handle the pass while he's hounded by Dalton Banks. And the lob pass for Ellington. Morgan. Anderson tried to get the ball inside for Ellington. And that's a turnover for the Racers. And the ball goes back to Illinois State, looking to build on a 3-point lead.
Anderson needed to make one more pass. There was no angle. And if you're going to throw it from the top of the key, you must see both numbers of the guy posting up for him to complete that pass. See one number, goes out of bounds.
Moore and Anderson putting pressure on the backcourt. Kazuki. And he's blocked inside. Morgan got over there. And it's out of bounds to the Racers. So it looked like Kazuki had a clear lane, and then that disappeared.
It was good transition hustle after the ball got to the middle of the floor. Illinois State does not seem to be bothered at all by this pressure.
Here's Jacoby Wood. Wood is yet to score. And that's an air ball on the three attempt by Anderson, who hit a three ball earlier. The ball out of bounds. Murray State will play it in at 10:19 to go in the first half. And the pass will come from the baseline with Jacoby Wood.
That's a good point guard. Got everybody in the right place.
And 17 and counting on the shot clock. Quick release on the shot by Morgan. But here comes Darius Burford in transition. Pence stepping up along the inline. The ball poked out of his hands by Wood. And it's Illinois State's ball. Illinois is coming back in now.
Illinois State got away with one there. Pence passes up the wide open three after the dribble drive by Burford. He dribbles into trouble, but fortunately for the Redbirds, it goes off Murray State.
And Dalton Banks will inbound from the baseline. 10:04 to go in the first half. A 3-point lead for Illinois State. Lieb to Banks. Banks will take the long three. In there. He didn't score in the first half Thursday night at UIC. He had 19 in the second half and is on the board with a three ball there. That ends a 3-minute drought for Illinois State from the outside. Nothing inside as Ellington slipped. Now he's up to set the pick. And on the drive, a block by Lewis. Here's Burford spinning, looking for some help. Lead for three. And he misses that. Back the other way, Quincy Anderson. Ball moving out for Perry with the ball fake. Steps up. Wide open. Anderson. Count it. They just kept moving the ball.
Terrific hustle by Illinois State, but even better offense. And that's another three for Quincy Anderson. It had only hit 4 this entire year. He's hit 2 here this afternoon.
There's Burford with the behind the back dribble. Banks with 10 on the shot clock. Banks in on Moore. Lieb had the ball go off his hand to Pence, who can't score it. But Illinois State cleans up the glass. Lewis has 4 points in the first half. He was in the right spot.
The X factor for Illinois State. Kendall Lewis, the transfer from App State. One of the holdovers from the Dan Muller era. Just a terrific young man.
Here's Moore with the fadeaway. That rattles in and out for Dalton Banks, formerly with SIU. Banks accelerating, finding Lewis. Two-hand pass, Burford. Good catch, good shot. 6 for Burford.
Burford's got all the shots within 10 feet. That time it was the floater. Illinois State. Dalton Banks has been a tremendous impact on this team. He settles him down, gives him another ball handler, another scorer.
Perry having some trouble. 7 on the shot clock. Anderson way outside with 2 on the shot clock. It is a shot clock violation, giving the ball back to the Redbirds. Murray State rushing back into this game, trailing 24-17 with 7:19 to go in the first half. But with good ball movement, a little more deliberate on offense, opening shots just like that one.
Patrick, choose counter when you order ahead in the McDonald's app, and you can skip the line and get your food faster. Well played. Order ahead in the app to save time.
Hey, man, ever since you tried Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, I feel like you've been a bigger fan of that than the closers.
How could you say that? Ranch time.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only choose the flavor.
At Target, get low prices on parties.
I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me love. Show me love. Love like this before. Love like this before. I never knew there was a love
Get your party started for less at Target.
like this before.
AI has the power to automate. But if it's using untrusted data, can you trust the results? Your business doesn't just need AI, it needs the right AI for your business. Introducing Watson X, a platform designed to multiply output by tailoring AI to your needs. When you Watson X your business, you can train, tune, and deploy AI, all with your trusted data. Let's create the right AI for your business with Watson X. IBM, let's create.
This season, give the iPhone 15 Pro with titanium. Get it with Boost Infinite. And send your favorite people to a wireless wonderland of endless delight, where they'll unwrap the joy of the latest iPhone year after year after year. Give the titanium iPhone 15 Pro. Enjoy unlimited wireless and the latest iPhone every year for $60 a month. Boost Infinite.
Illinois State led by 11 with 14-15 to go in the first half, and then Murray State whittled the lead down to 3 at 2017. Now it's 24-17 Illinois State. And for Murray State, Quincy Anderson, who's returning from a broken foot, suffered this summer. He scored the last 9 points for the Racers. And they tell me he's looking better and better and quicker coming back from the foot injury with each passing day.
He's a terrific young man to have come off the bench. He gives you a lift on both ends of the floor. Normally a defensive lift, but today has been a terrific offensive spark.
Dalton Banks along with Malachi Poindexter. Poindexter, a former Virginia Cavalier. Banks for Kendall Lewis. 12 on the shot clock. Under 7 to go until halftime. Banks. He had a good look at it, but it rimmed out to Jacoby Wood. Murray State now on the attack.
And once again, the Redbirds are back. They force Murray State into half-court offense.
From the corner, that counts. Moore He has 5 in the first half, averaging 13-7 a game, coming off a 14-point game against Bradley, playing 23 minutes on Wednesday night. Banks to an open Burford. Burford picked clean by Jacoby Wood. Banks gets back, contests the shot, doesn't matter. Wood's first field goal. In the transition game, Poindexter steps inside Perry and will bring it back out. From the corner, a 3-ball. Kendall Lewis has 7 in the first half.
Down that offense is set up by the decision of Poindexter. He probed the defense in transition. It wasn't there. They swing it. They get an easy one.
Then off the miss, we have a whistle at the baseline.
Very dangerous to play around with the ball in the middle of the floor. Help side defenders. That's a short run for Jacoby Wood. Pokes it away, gets the easy one. And then again, make the extra pass. Kendall Lewis delivers.
That was like dropping waste paper into the basket, wasn't it? Great form on the shot.
Very smooth.
Perry out high with 14 on the shot clock. Jacoby Wood coming by to help him out. Out of the double team. Somebody's open. That was Perry. Two-hand pass is tipped. And saved with the pass inside. And the basket plus a free throw. Murray will go to the line, shooting for the three-point play. And stay tuned for our halftime report, sponsored by State Farm Insurance, a proud partner of the Missouri Valley Conference. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Sam Murray stepping up. Poindexter put him on the line with the first foul for Poindexter. High arc and a three-point play. Murray getting a little more playing time. Malik Abdelgawad has a groin issue, so that is either limiting playing time or keeping him out of the game today, as he hasn't played in the first half.
And it's a tough break for Murray. He's had a very good game off the bench against Bradley.
And there's Murray. Wood in the front court after the Murray rebound. Perry backing in on Pence. With the ball fake. Moore. And the rebound by Dalton Banks. In the corner. The miss by Pence. Foster keeps the possession alive. Foster has 6 in the first half.
When we talk about transfers, and he's a young man who transferred from Monmouth in New Jersey, there's no real connection on the coaching staff. Nobody had coached him. They saw him in the portal. They liked him. He had the right character that Coach Peden was looking for.
And on the drive, it's a 29-27 lead for Illinois State. Here's Banks. Foster with the two-hand catch. In trouble, out of bounds, Illinois State's ball with 14 on the shot clock when we come back. It's a close one in Normal, Illinois. Missouri Valley Conference basketball with the Redbirds leading the Racers by 2.
MV. Popeye's new chicken wings make no sense. Marinated in Louisiana spices, hand battered and clipped, and then we have the audacity to call all 5 flavors fast food? Someone should really say something, or order something.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Hey man, ever since you tried Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, I feel like you've been a bigger fan of that than the closers.
How could you say that? Ranch time.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serves by flavor.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or $2,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Tucson. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
If you've been hurt by a truck,
you can call Colombo Law 24/7 and we'll be there to make sure you're taken care of. When someone is hurt by a truck, Colombo Law is the law firm people call to get answers. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket.
When I'm up here, I'm always going live. I'm always streaming to promote myself, and Cricket helps me do all that with reliable service.
Are we live? Please tell me you're getting this. Smile, you're on Cricket.
I can get the exact same brand of contacts from 1-800-CONTACTS that I can get from my eye doctor.
Right now, you can save 20% on your first order, plus fast free shipping right to your door.
Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
.355 to go until halftime here in Normal, Illinois, with Illinois State leading Murray State by only 2. When the NBC TV network crew travels to campus, it considers these properties home. When traveling to league cities for NBC regular season or postseason competition, or with youth sports teams, please call or visit these websites of these properties when making plans to follow your favorite team away from home, just like we do. And for Rich and for me, our favorite team in the Valley, all of them.
Oh, I did. the Doubletree here.
They take great care of us. They all do.
Had the warm cookie. Actually, I still have the warm cookie right here at the table. I haven't eaten it yet. But they are tremendous. Thank you, the hotel partners.
I had a former broadcast partner when I was doing national football. He would have had that in his back pocket. You would be looking for it.
I would have eaten it, but I forgot that I had it.
Good thing we have these drop-ins to jog your memory.
I know.
Illinois State with a 2-point lead on the ball, 3:55 to go in the first half. Burford with the lob for Poindexter. Ramming in and out. And the rebound for Nick Ellington.
John, this just shows you the experience of Murray State. Down 2. Even though Illinois State only committed 2 turnovers, they're shooting 50%.
And Pence deflects the ball. He gets the steal with the head up and the spin.
But the Racers just keep hustling.
They got back. And on the bounce, the basket is good for Moore. And that was some play by Jacoby Wood, falling, still making a great pass.
So we talked about the one leg of the tripod, Rod Perry. He's only got 2, but the other leg of the tripod, Brian Moore, has got 9.
Well, it's the first tie since it was 2-2 right out of the gate. Pence inside for Lieb, and a foul as Lieb reached for the pass.
Yeah, Coach Probe talked about the change of his roster. Addition by subtraction. Guys who play for each other. And that's what you had right there. Guys hustling all over the place. Keep your head up. You throw the ball ahead to Jacoby Wood. And you get the points. And now it's tied.
Many times they're going to be playing with a smaller lineup, Murray State. But in many cases, a quick lineup.
I mean, the number of guards that have come out of Murray State. How about that?
Kinziger.
The freshman guard from Wisconsin.
Johnny Kinziger. That's his first 3 balls. Shoots 41% behind the arc. And he comes in averaging 7-4 a game in his freshman season. Coming down to 2.5 until halftime. The shot, and that's good by Anderson.
That was a pretty good challenge by Lieb. He didn't want him to beat him off the dribble. It's a tough shot by Quincy Anderson.
Anderson has 3 3-point field goals and 12 first half points. Poindexter short on that one. He had a good look. But Murray State comes back the other way. A long 3, and that won't go for Anderson this time. Lewis ahead to Kinziger. And Lewis inside for Lieb. Lieb goes up, and he is blocked from behind by Perry. You talk about being active on defense. But Perry going after the 7-1 Brandon Lee slapped the ball out of bounds.
And you can see the help side defense. Lee thinks it's just one-on-one, but Rob Perry can come down, double the post, knock it away. Good help side defense by Rob Perry, showing he's more than just an offensive player.
Here's Banks, and a hold is called. That's on Murray, his first foul. 4 team fouls each way as we're getting late in the first half. 1:45 to go. Dalton Banks, senior from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Foster out high. Oh, Banks is open for the 3. The rebound, number 22, Sam Murray II.
He had too much time. Study long, shoot wrong.
You've seen that before.
I have. Sometimes it's easier when a guy is running at you.
Here's Wood, and that's off. On a bounce, Miles Foster. Kinziger, Foster on the quick give. Kinziger's open. Slapped back out to him. Oh, the no-look pass. And here's Murray State, and a tripping foul called.
Yeah.
And the foul on Miles Foster. That's his first and the 5th on the Redbirds. 1 minute to go in the first half. And over at the scorers table, Rick Crawford is calling Amy Bonner and Gene Grimshaw over.
I think they could call that an intentional. Because watch, I think Foster reaches his hand out and grabs Anderson's foot. I mean, you can't quite
really
see
tell on that angle.
But from our angle here, we have a better. This might show it a little bit better. Watch him grab his toe. I mean, it looks like he grabbed his foot.
And he came up just short of the first down. Kind of what it looked like.
Yeah, he did. And now, I guess it has to be conclusive. In our angle, it kind of looks that way, but it could go either way. If they call it intentional, and Amy Bonner's going to come over, and
so
we don't have to guess any longer.
She's
going to tell us.
A flagrant 1. And with the reach out and the trip,
you know, John,
you called it. You're on it.
You know, John, there are times when I do agree with officials. This happens to be one of them. As Amy Bonner told us, upgraded to a flagrant 1. Now Murray will shoot 2 free throws and get the ball.
And Murray is going for its first lead in our game with these 2 free throws. And he is 6'4" senior from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, by way of Minnesota State Mankato. That's Quincy Anderson, number 10. The first of 2. Oh, kind roll. Nice touch. He is 2 for 2 from the line.
You know, one of the things that you see sprinkled on the roster of both of these teams are guys who have won high school state titles. Quincy Anderson is one of them. For Murray, you know, guys who have won at the high school level, it usually translates into being team-oriented guys who understand what it takes to win.
And Anderson scored 12 against Midway on November 6th. Now he has 13 for a new season high. 13 in the first half, giving Murray State the lead on the road after being down 11 earlier in the half. Number 14 is Moore. And he had less as he got to the baseline. Kinziger was there.
But Kinziger does a nice job of just walling up, cutting off the baseline. Made a very good defensive play.
The second foul on Sam Murray. The second is Illinois State the ball. A chance to get the lead back.
Brian Moore thought he had a freshman guarding him. He did have a freshman, but that guy played it well.
A three ball by number 11, Johnny Kinziger.
John, how often do you see this? A guy makes a great defensive play at one end, and then he makes the offensive play at the other end. Happens in every sport.
That's just like the guy who makes the great catch in center field, leads off the next inning.
Exactly.
You sound like Joe Garagiola. All right, with 6 on the clock in the first half. Moore with 2 on the clock. Perry takes the shot and misses.
Nevada, they have Akron out of the MAC. Cleveland State out of the horizon.
And I don't look for Bradley to stay down long after an 0-2 start to the league.
Now they were 6-0 coming into league action.
Well, Poindexter and Dalton Banks get things started for Illinois State, leading by 2, and we're underway in the second half. Banks taking the handoff, the man-to-man from Murray State. The feed low, and the basket goes down for Lewis, with Foster gaining the assist.
Terrific recognition by Dalton Banks, knowing he has the mismatch with Foster. Just an outstanding play by the senior from Wisconsin.
And then making the extra pass resulted in 2 for Illinois State and a 4-point lead. Here's Perry. He gets a little room, but too strong, and off the back iron to Malachi Poindexter. Stepping up, Kendall Lewis. The loose ball, Murray State's ball. Ellington and Walker getting the ball to Wood. Jacoby Wood, the junior from Cleveland, Tennessee. An open look, and that goes down for Perry.
Rob Perry got the first 2 points of the game for Murray State. Likewise here in the second half, and they need him to get untracked if they're going to get a road win here this afternoon.
They won at home over Bradley, while Illinois State won on the road at UIC on Thursday. Inside for Foster. Here's Miles Foster, and that ball's going up. And off the back iron, Foster with the offensive rebound and a foul. A lot of active hands in there. And the foul on Rob Perry reaching in.
Well, you see a point of emphasis this year by the officials. Don't call the flop. They ignored the defender falling on the ground. Let action continue. Good no call by the official.
Poindexter open. Poindexter with 7 points. He averages 9-1 a game and a 4-point lead for Illinois State. Wood on the outside for Perry. And off the glass, it's short for Ellington. Ellington anticipated some contact there.
Ellington turned to his strong hand, just not able to complete it.
Burford in heavy traffic. Dalton Banks looking for help. Poindexter was pointing to Burford. Lewis, count it. He has 12, his second 3-point field goal of the game.
He was lining that one up. He knew the ball was going to get swung back to him.
Lewis has a new season high of 12 points. A 3 attempt won't go for Walker. Burford. Burford has 8. A 7-0 run for Illinois State, leading 44-35. And the Redbirds shot out to a quick start the first half. They're duplicating that in the second.
How about Kendall Lewis? Do your work early. Shot preparation there. Bottoms. And then in transition, there is Burford. One of the best in the Missouri Valley. Inside 10 feet. He's got the Redbirds rolling.
The thing I miss most about being away from St. Louis is the food. I'm a creature of habit. I've had a lot of people come and visit. I always take them to the place I grew up eating. We have the best food. This country has to offer.
BK Royal
crispy wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. MBK, have it your way.
Check out Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. They are like new and only available at your local Honda dealer. Checked, inspected, and reconditioned with genuine Honda parts by factory-trained technicians. Honda certified it and backed it with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Certified pre-owned Hondas are in stock now at your local Honda dealer. Drive worry-free with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Honda certified it. Only when you buy at your local Honda dealer.
Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer.
They say there's a first time for everything. And this November,
Racers history to score 2,000 points and grab more than 1,300 rebounds while twice earning All-America recognition. A second-round pick in the 1992 NBA draft, he played 11 seasons in the NBA and is currently in his second season as assistant coach with the Denver Nuggets.
I just love being back home. I just feel like there's nothing like it. We have great people from St. Louis. Midwest Nice is a real thing. You walk past a stranger, hey,
Here they come. All right, give it to me.
Okay, I want a quarter pounder with cheese and no onions. 6-piece McNuggets. And extra pickles. And can I get medium fries? Ooh, an Oreo McFlurry. Make that too.
Leads 44-35 in the second half. And today's State Farm NBC Scholar Athlete of the game is Illinois State's Matisse Chavan, a junior distance runner from France. Chavan finished second at the 2023 NBC Men's Cross Country Championship. Chavan has a 3.88 grade point in political science, earning All-NBC and NBC Scholar Athlete honors in the process. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In the first half, Illinois State had an 8-0 run from the 1832 mark down to 1659. The second half from 1814 down to 1656, a 7-0 run. Very good right out of the gate.
That would be deja vu all over again.
Thank you, Yogi.
Well, how about the unselfishness for Illinois State offense? 19 baskets on 13 assists. Terrific ball movement has gotten them the lead.
Perry has scored 4 points for Murray State, 2 in each half. He has his hands on the ball right now with 8 on the shot clock. Trying to create some space, and Poindexter backed away just a little bit, and Perry misses.
Poindexter has done an excellent job on Perry this afternoon. Just keeping him in front, making him shoot contested jump shots.
Now the Redbirds set it up from Banks to Poindexter. Number 4 is Miles Foster. That drop step. He got some room inside, and he has 8. His first field goal in the second half.
A little delay of game warning by Foster. Amy Bonner on Foster, I should say.
And it's 46-35. Illinois State, the second time the Redbirds have had an 11-point lead in this game.
You watch this Redbird offense. You look at Coach Ryan Peedman, product of the College of Worcester. Steve Moore was his college coach, a Hall of Famer, won over 700 or 800 games in his career at Worcester. Ryan Peedman took a lot of lessons from Coach Moore as well as Coach Holtman from Ohio State and Butler.
There was Murray trying to create something, and he'll get to the free throw line when we come back from this timeout. It's 46-35 in favor of Illinois State.
This season, give the iPhone 15 Pro with titanium. Get it with Boost Infinite. And send your favorite people to a wireless wonderland of endless delight, where they'll unwrap the joy of the latest iPhone year after year after year. Give the titanium iPhone 15 Pro. Enjoy unlimited wireless and the latest iPhone every year for $60 a month. Boost Infinite.
Hey man, ever since you tried Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, I feel like you've been a bigger fan of that than the closers.
How could you say that? Ranch time.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only certified flavor.
You have to have a dream, a goal. You have to be willing to work for it.
We are not going to stop chasing the dream we canceled.
You look up not giving up in the dictionary, a picture of my wife would be there.
You're one of the strong ones, okay? Just remember that.
You're stronger.
My dad would be so thankful for all of the lives that have been saved.
Jimmy, my man up there, we are not going to stop chasing the dream we canceled.
You're stronger than you know.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
We've been living it since day one. Glorious, beautiful, true. Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer.
Great lift right out of halftime for Illinois State to a 46-35 lead in the Valley here in the second half. And today's Missouri Valley Conference score schedules, a presentation of Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Trust in tomorrow. How about that in overtime? It was Evansville winning at home over Northern Iowa. Evansville at 1-1 now. Indiana State's 2-0, beating Bradley now 0-2. Missouri State fell to Drake up in Des Moines. And Belmont over Valpo 77-68. And non-conference for SIU. But boy, how many threes did SIU hit in that one? 101-62 over SLU.
18, tied a school record. Xavier Johnson, unbelievable. 11 of 15 from the floor. Talk about a career night. How about the job that David Ragland's done at Evansville?
Another shot coming up for Lewis. Arch Madness 2024 tips off March the 7th through the 10th. And only place to celebrate before and after the action at Enterprise Center is the NBC Fan Hangout at Ballpark Village. For all you need to know about the Fan Hangout, download the Arch Madness app today. And that was Murray, I should say, missing the free throws. He's 1 out of 3 now from the line. Illinois State with a 46-35 lead. On the drive, what acceleration for Banks.
Now, Coach Chrome has gone small. You figured that there was going to be more pressure, but Dalton Banks was much more explosive this year than he was a year ago when he played at Southern Illinois. Great addition here for the Redbirds.
And the feet inside, the turnaround, and the miss by number 22, Sam Murray. An 11-0 run for Illinois State. And it's Kazuki, Luke Kazuki, who came to the program out of Kansas State, making his first foul today for Illinois State at 15:05 to go in the second half.
I like the hustle by Murray off the bench to try and make his presence felt one way or another.
Barry has scored 4 today. And that goes down. Murray needed that shot. 6 for Rob Perry. 48-37 Illinois State. Burford. Banks driving and getting a hand on it. Ellington. Anderson fouled. He'll be on the line. That was a collision at the end line.
Anderson understood right away he had the advantage. Once you get your defensive player backpedaling, you got to go right at his body, force him to foul you. Don't avoid the contact. Good play by Anderson in transition.
And that was the third foul on Darius Burford.
An even better play by Anderson, forcing the third foul.
Anderson with another shot coming his way. Made his first 2 free throws, but he's missed his last 2. looking for point number 14 off the bench.
Don't be surprised here, Murray State, if Anderson hits the second free throw, that they don't pick up full and try and turn up the heat a little bit. Both Banks and Burford out of the game. You got a young guy in Kinzinger. See if you can't turn the freshman over.
Anderson has 14. And with the full court pressure, Zupke gets the ball in for Poindexter and right back to the middle.
That was close. It was about a 4.5 count. Zupke gets the ball across just in time. And Poindexter will bring it back out. Smart young man. So you don't want to play into the chaos that Murray State's trying to create. Suzuki. There it is. They could have forced an earlier three under all the chaos. And probably a miss. But now you move the ball, get yourself set. Suzuki delivered. 51-38, Illinois State. Inside Wood. Jacoby Wood with 2 field goals. Kinzinger into the front court. Illinois State 7 of 8 from the field here in the second half. The lob into Lewis. Poindexter. Suzuki with the air ball, and that's out of bounds. And a foul call against Wood, his second. You're going to see the patience in the half court to run the set play. Once the roller went to the basket, it froze Kazuki's defender, and that gave him just enough time to get it off and knock it down. Inbounds pass for Foster. And that is blocked and goaltending. Ellington called for the goaltend, and 10 for Foster. (53-40) Illinois State. Illinois State has had the offensive answer this whole afternoon. They get a 3. Now they go back inside. Foster gets a bucket. Foster out. And it's number 12, Brandon Lieb, the 7'1" senior from Deerfield, Illinois. Came there by way of the Illinois Fighting Illini program. Jacoby Wood watched by Poindexter. Some help by Lieb. After the ball fake, a whistle stops play. The whistle came from the end line. And Lieb commits his first foul. 4 team fouls on Illinois State, 2 for Murray State here in the second half, with 12:56 and counting in the second half. Number 11 is Justin Morgan. 24, Jacoby Wood. Resistance inside. A good save there by Moore. And a 3 ball. Anderson. He has 17. Career high 35 points against Upper Iowa in December 2021 for Anderson. But he adds to his season high with that 3 ball. Lieb looking for Kinzinger. Good save there by the freshman. But the steal by Morgan. Anderson scores. And he was up against resistance from Luke Kazuki. And you see Murray State trying to get the game to be a transition game. That's when they're at their best. But if Illinois State doesn't turn it over and they take good shots, it's tough to get in transition. And we have a whistle and a foul called against Morgan. Anderson helped shoot this Murray State team right back into the game in the first half. And he's trying to do that. There's a pretty good start for Anderson and Murray State, down 53-45 in normal.
Every sunrise offers.
Popeye
Popeye's new chicken wings make no sense. Marinated in Louisiana spices, hand battered and flipped, and then we have the audacity to call all 5 flavors fast food? Someone should really say something, or order something.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally found what I've been looking for.
Oh my gosh.
I know. How is this stuff so good?
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serious about flavor.
At Target, get low prices on parties. Get your party started for less at Target.
This winter, gift yourself what you really want during Kia's Season of Giving Back sales event. Kia is giving great deals on the confidently capable Sorento and the spacious Sportage. Not to mention the great deals on even more vehicles, like the all-electric EV6 and the fun-to-drive Forte. So visit your local Kia dealer and enjoy Kia's Season of Giving Back. Kia, movement that inspires.
I win everything. Nobody beat me.
Your mother is good. So am I. You don't decide, but I'm done.
My team wins.
Lowe's knows you need to save money this holiday, so
You can get more of what you want.
with our lowest price guarantee, this holiday, if you find a better price, we'll match it. Get more for your home and your family. You got this. We got you.
Missouri Valley Conference basketball. Today's game favors Illinois State with 11:59 to go in the second half. We always have a great time in early March in St. Louis, and we invite you to join us. Download the Arch Madness app presented by Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters. The app has all the information you need to know about the tournament schedule, hotel accommodations, and other fun events during the tournament. Download the app on your Android or iOS device. You can do that right now and join us in St. Louis for Arch Madness.
Oh, she didn't quite get it totally downloaded. She had to bring it back out.
But there's time. He's doing the same thing.
Hey, he was excited about it, too.
Making plans to join us, Enterprise Center. Last year, Drake won the tournament. And Drake is picked to win the conference in the preseason poll this year. An entry pass, and we have a whistle. That pass by Poindexter.
Execution after timeouts is a way that coaches earn their money. You watch the last baseline out of bounds. Illinois State scored. Look at Coach Crone thinking, all right, how am I going to mix things up here? Stop them from scoring.
Burford couldn't stop him.
You got no answer. Burford within 10 feet, one of the best in the conference.
He has 10 now. That's after the second foul by Perry. Now Murray State in the front court with Brian Moore Jr. Wood. There's Perry. Watched closely by Kendall Lewis. 5 on the shot clock. Anderson looking for some space. Nice rotation, and that counts. He has 20.
That was right in front of us, John. You knew that minute it left his hand, it was going in.
Lieb out high. Poindexter with some help from Lieb. Tried to force it inside for Lewis. Now it's Wood. And that's taken away by Burford.
I think Wood thought there was going to be a kicking call. No call. Turnover.
And a shot for 3.
And that's a tough break for Murray State. I thought it was a kick in transition as well, but no call. You got to play on.
(58-48). Murray State down, looking for a big basket on this trip. And that's thrown away right into the hands of Malachi Poindexter.
Poindexter getting it done on both ends. Good rotation. Help the helper on the defensive side.
Burford working on Wood. Under 10 on the shot clock. Oh, he lost the handle with Banks driving to the end line. A turnover for Illinois State.
How about Malachi Poindexter in transition? Go wide, get your feet set. And that is a long run for a defensive man in transition. Poindexter with 10 this afternoon after being scoreless in his last 2 games.
Here's Wood looking for Perry. Covered well inside. Ellington can't get free for a pass. Anderson has scored 22 officially today, the most for him in a Division I game. A quick shot that won't go down for Wood. Fighting inside, nicely done by Ellington for his first field goal. It's an 8-point game, and this is where Murray State wants to put on its run. And that ball's knocked out of Miles Foster's hand, out of bounds with 16 on the clock, on the shot clock, and 9:03 to go in the second half.
I love the rotation by Jacoby Wood. He's leaving his man who's a shooter because he understands the only guy who can hurt you is the guy with the ball. And when he's got it in the middle of the paint, you got to try and strip it.
Here's Lewis in heavy traffic. Burford open for the long 3, and that goes off the rim. Slapped out of bounds to Murray State. Well, Perry has been held to 4 points. I think I said 6 a moment ago. He's at 4. 22 off the bench for Quincy Anderson. A season high and a Division I high, as he scored a career high 35 against Upper Iowa in 2021, a D2. And we have a blocking foul called against Foster. His second foul. 5 team fouls on Illinois State and 4 for Murray State. Well, Murray State will play the ball in from the baseline with 8:41 to go in the second half. It's Jacoby Wood, the 6'2" junior from Cleveland, Tennessee. Perry in the corner, met by Kazuki. Perry traveled, or no, offensive foul.
And he called him for the hook.
The 3rd foul on Perry. We have 3 fouls on Burford for Illinois State.
Let's take another look. We're going to see the chicken wing by Rob Perry.
There it is.
Yeah. Good call by the official.
And now Dalton Banks in the front court for Illinois State and White. Burford with a touch pass right back to Banks. Malachi Poindexter. Banks with the feed low and wide open. It's Miles Foster. That looked like a shot going up, which just cleared the lane under the basket for Foster, who scored 12.
Dalton Banks, what a terrific read.
Jacoby Wood. 7 on the shot clock. Walker with 1 on the shot clock. They got that away in time, and it goes. That's a 3 ball. Jacoby Wood has 9, using every tick of the shot clock and then getting the bounce off the rim.
Outstanding defense, but Murray State's not going away.
Down by 7. What kind of answer will the Redbirds have? Kazuki, he's open, but he didn't quite have the touch on that 3-point attempt. Morgan spinning, lost the ball because he was fouled. Kazuki picks up his second. We're going to break at 7:08 to go in the second half.
How about Miles Foster? You want the ball? Go set a screen, young man. Miles Foster finishes at the rim.
For nearly 3 decades. Does it still count as ending the night with McDonald's if you order it for breakfast the morning after? I'm ordering either way. Order McDelivery in the app.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally found what I've been looking for.
Oh my gosh.
I know. How is this stuff so good?
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serious about flavor.
At Target, get low prices on parties.
I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me love. Show me love. Love like this before. Love like this before. I never knew there was a love.
Get your party started for less at Target.
Like this before.
Check out Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. They are like new and only available at your local Honda dealer. Checked, inspected, and reconditioned with genuine Honda parts by factory-trained technicians. Honda certified it and backed it with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Certified pre-owned Hondas are in stock now at your local Honda dealer. Drive worry-free with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Honda certified it. Only when you buy at your local Honda dealer.
Jimmy, my man up there, we are not going to stop chasing the dream to beat cancer.
You're stronger than you know.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
I can get the exact same brand of contacts from 1-800-CONTACTS that I can get from my eye doctor.
Right now, you can save 20% on your first order, plus fast free shipping right to your door.
Our next MVC TV network production, a presentation of DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington, will be Wednesday, January 3rd, as the Missouri State Bears play host to the Northern Iowa Panthers. Rich Zavosic and I will be there. Our coverage begins at 8 p.m. Central. Call 309-664-6446 or visit bloomington.doubletree.com to book your hotel rooms for your team's next game at Illinois State or your next trip to Bloomington Normal. Is that a prediction of what's going to happen that night? A big snowstorm? You're driving us down there. I guarantee you it'll be snow or ice.
You go down I-44, you're in trouble. I agree.
You don't put snow tires on, you put skates on it.
I hope that's not foreshadowing.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm shivering just looking at that. And on the line, number 11, Justin Morgan.
When you think about that, that game will be two teams who are hunting for a conference win after losing their second game here in December. You know, Missouri State lost yesterday, as did Northern Iowa to Evansville.
Morgan goes 1 for 2. He has 3 points total. So he is 1 out of 4 from the free throw line this season. Murray State's hanging around.
As the Illinois State alum John Malkovich said in Rounders, they're hanging around, hanging around. They got alligator blood.
Kazuki, and oh my goodness, Wood fouled the jump shooter. Oh, that's like a dagger to your heart, isn't it, Coach?
Oh my goodness, I thought we were going to get through this game without fouling a jump shooter.
Kazuki will be on the line. He's 3 for 7 as a free throw shooter so far this year. First free throw attempt today for Illinois State, and it comes at 6:45 to go in the second half.
You saw Wood there just with the look of disappointment in himself on that foul.
4 for Kazuki off the bench today. Out of Chaminade High School and then Kansas State. He has one more coming. He was fouled behind the arc.
Now here's the strange thing, though. Kazuki shoots 45% from the three-point line, but this year is only 3 for 7. Well, now he's 5 for 9 from the foul line. Make that 6 of 10.
And 3 out of 3 here. 6 points for him, and 62-54 Illinois State. Murray Oh, good play by Foster for the steal. Banks, the turnaround. And a rebound for number 22, Sam Murray. So Murray and Justin Morgan go out of the game. Perry's coming back in. Quincy Anderson also on the floor. Illinois State with the ball.
John, you watch these two coaches on the sidelines. And Murray came out of the game. You know, some coaches would be screaming at him, but Steve Prohm very positive with the young man. Both these guys coach hard, but coach positive.
Oh, Banks, quick move. Kazuki. 9 second half points for Luke Kazuki. And a timeout. With 6:13 left in the second half, Illinois State is working that space and that distance between the Redbirds and the Murray State Racers here in the second half in Normal, Illinois.
John, sometimes basketball is just the easiest, prettiest game you can watch if you keep it simple. A little dribble penetration will freeze the defense. Watch, little Banks draws the defense. Kazuki spaces the floor. That's a long run for Perry on recovery. Kazuki gets the shot off, and you can see the young man is excited.
And for Banks, his 7th assist, tying a career high. Oddly enough, he had 7 assists the first time here at Illinois State while playing for SIU, February 5th, 2022. Now he's a member of the Redbird roster.
You know, Dalton Banks was a very solid player at Southern Illinois, but you know, the two guys, Lance Jones and Marcus Damas, they got all the notoriety. And you know, Banks came here, and you know, Ryan Peaton had said we watched a lot of film on him, and we just felt he would be a very good piece to the puzzle, and he certainly has proven that.
Well, he handles the ball well and plays good defense.
And as we talked about before, he's more explosive this year. Now, he did have abdominal surgery before the season started, and I think that's helped him.
Anderson on the drive, didn't get the roll, out of bounds, and the ball's going the other way. Redbird basketball. In the backcourt, Johnny Kinzinger. Kinzinger is ready for the inbounds pass against full court pressure with Dalton Banks in the backcourt.
And here's a key for Illinois State. You don't want to get sped up. Time scoring situation. Clock is your friend.
Kazuki at the point. Inside 10 on the shot clock. And there's the shot that goes off the back of the rim.
If that would have went in, the game's over.
Yeah, it would have been. But now Murray State. This is a big possession for the Racers here, coming down to 5 minutes to go. From the corner, Anderson got it.
I love the unselfishness of Rob Perry. He's struggled offensively, doesn't force that shot. He hits the guy who has had the best game here this afternoon in Anderson.
Anderson with the foul. Anderson has 25 now, 6 of 8 from behind the arc.
Watch Perry. He's got nothing going, so he skips the ball. Anderson is on fire.
25 points for Quincy Anderson, the senior from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And going to the free throw line, Johnny Kinzinger. 1-1 here.
Kinzinger, who won a state high school championship back in Wisconsin at the Perry. 87% free throw shooter, shows it on that first one.
An undefeated state title. 3-time first team All-State. His high school teams went 93 and 15 over his 4 years.
Made a lot of those free throws down the stretch, I'll guarantee you.
Wood in the front court. 68-57, Illinois State leading at home. Nick Ellington with the left hand, and he's off the mark. Offensive rebound inside. Perry Gets the rebound and the basket. He has a half dozen points.
Well, Rob Perry knew he had the mismatch with Kinzinger. Couldn't get the ball, but he just keeps going after it.
And Perry has taken only 8 field goal attempts. He's 3 for 8. Kinzinger, Banks. He puts the ball on the floor against Anderson, and a foul call against Banks. Well, you lower that arm, lower the shoulder, move the arm, you're going to get caught.
It is very rare this season for an offensive foul to be called, but Quincy Anderson moved his feet. As you said, John, once the offensive guy lowers his shoulder, easy call for Amy Bonner.
Now a foul off the ball. Poindexter has 2 fouls for Illinois State. That's 8 fouls on the Redbirds, 1-1 now for Murray State. Anderson talking things over with Rick Crawford. 1-1 here. Anderson is 3 out of 5 at the free throw line today. He's 10 out of 17 this season. Bonus. $1,174 career points for Quincy Anderson. He got 2 and has 27 today.
Another guy who won a state title in high school in Wisconsin, showing what he can do at the line.
Here's Burford. He'll take the shot, and it's short. Rob Perry. The Racers on the attack. Inside 4 minutes to go. A 7-point ball game. Long 3 attempt, and that's off the back iron. Offensive rebound. Murray State. Perry for 3. Rattling in and out. And it's Illinois State's ball from the baseline when we come back from a timeout. A 7-point lead for the Redbirds. They'll have the ball when we come back as you're watching Missouri Valley Conference basketball from Normal.
People who come to cricket stay with cricket.
When I'm up here, I'm always going live. I'm always streaming to promote myself, and cricket helps me do all that with reliable service.
Are we live? Please tell me you're getting this. Smile. You're on cricket.
Hey, man, ever since you tried Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, I feel like you've been a bigger fan of that than the closers.
How could you say that?
Ranch time. Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serves by flavor.
10 million viewers tuned in. All eyes were on her.
She's the show.
Women's college basketball has arrived. We've moved you. Now you feel it. We're an unflinching, undeniable force. Just can't say enough about
Everything
it.
just has a similar swag.
Unstoppable. That's our move. A new season of women's college hoops on the networks of ESPN. We're an unflinching, undeniable force. Just can't say enough about it. That's our move. A new season of women's college hoops on the networks of ESPN.
I can get the exact same brand of contacts from 1-800-CONTACTS that I can get from my eye doctor.
Right now, you can save 20% on your first order, plus fast free shipping right to your door.
You have to have a dream, a goal. You have to be willing to work for it.
We are not going to stop chasing the dream with cancer.
When you look up not giving up in the dictionary, a picture of my wife would be here.
You're one of the strong ones, okay? Just remember that.
You're stronger.
My dad would be so thankful for all of the lives that have been saved.
We have a 7-point ball game here in Normal, Illinois, 68-61 in favor of Illinois State. And both teams are in the 1-1 right now as we have 3:38 to play here in the second half. The winner of this game goes to 2-0 and will join Missouri Valley Conference leaders Drake, Indiana State, and Belmont at 2-0.
Don, I don't know just how many games Murray State's going to win this year. But I'm going to tell you, they're going to win their share because as we went to break, Jacoby Wood walks over to Rob Perry, who is very frustrated after missing that three. And he taps him on the head, says, you're going to make the next one. And it's teammates like that that give you a chance to have a great season.
Foster taking the inbounds pass. To the front court. Dalton Banks. Burford, Foster out high. Lewis giving the ball right back to Banks. Malachi Poindexter. Darius Burford. Poindexter for three. Short. The ball is tapped over to Murray State.
Smart play by Ellington. Couldn't get his other hand on it, so he tipped it to a teammate.
Right to Wood. And this is Jacoby Wood in the front court. Inside 3 minutes to go. Wood looking for some space off the glass. He got it. Give Wood 11. A 6-0 run for Murray State and a 5-point game with 2:50 to go. A near steal there by Ellington. Here's Banks directing traffic with one hand, switching hands with the dribble, and 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lewis. Poindexter. With one on the shot clock. In and out. And there's number 24, Jacoby Wood, and there's a foul. The fourth personal foul on Perry.
How about this shot, the driving off balance, a little bit of contact, no call. Jacoby Wood with the finish. Kendall Lewis, who doesn't get the ball a lot in this second half, working the offensive glass. Now with a chance to extend this lead, John.
Lewis has 13. Looking to make it a 7-point game. John Walker Jr. going over to the bench. Ryan Moore Jr. back in.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library.
24 season. Seven for Perry.
John, we've seen a couple of different presses from Murray State here this afternoon. We've seen the 2-2-1 try and slow you down. We've seen a little man-to-man. Don't be surprised, perhaps, on the made free throw that they don't jump into a little 1-2-1-1, maybe a 2-2-1 that traps in the backcourt.
Perry has 8, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Murray State, Steve Frome is going to stay with the partner that got you here. You're going to play hard man-to-man.
Only one field goal over the last 6 minutes for Illinois State. This is Kendall Lewis. Banks. Foster. Oh, that rimmed out. Missed with the left hand. Perry switching hands coming to the front court. Perry's eyeing the shot. He'll take it. And that's off. Dalton Banks is there for Illinois State. And a timeout taken by Illinois State with 1-2-3 on the clock. 1:23 left to play here in Normal, Illinois. But there was Perry missing his next three-point attempt. Just off a bit.
He felt like he had the mismatch with Foster, and he probed him. He looked. He thought he could get a little penetration, but Foster doing a good job moving his feet, forcing Perry to shoot the three. And then Dalton Banks showing that guards can rebound.
Well, our players of the game are a presentation of State Farm, a proud partner of the Missouri Valley Conference. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And for the Murray State Racers, Quincy Anderson with 27 points, a Division I career high for him. Returning from a broken foot this summer, Anderson came in averaging 5.3 a game. And Kendall Lewis averages 7.2 a game. He scored 14 today, 7 in each half. A fifth-year senior from Snellville, Georgia, by way of Appalachian State.
A very, very quiet 14 for Kendall Lewis.
I think Illinois State has looked a lot more in control than they did on Thursday night in Chicago. Probably more like the way they played down the stretch to take that win away from UIC in Chicago.
Absolutely. Much more patience. Their composure has been outstanding.
10 on the shot clock. Burford and Banks outside. Banks. And that was off the glass. Ellington looking for some room.
Try and get right to the rim. Redbirds back in transition. They'll prevent it.
It's a 5-point game. Time ticking down. Perry. He got that one.
Set play out of the timeout. They set the fade screen for Rob Perry.
Down to 2.
A little high box action.
Illinois State had a 13-point lead here in the second half, and timeout, Illinois State.
That's a good timeout by Coach Peden. His team is a little bit out of sorts, but how about this set play for Murray State? Perry's going to set the ball screen, and then Ellington's going to set the fade screen, and a little bit late, but that is confidence in your best scorer, Rob Perry. Steve Prohm says, hey, you're the guy who's made big shots for us in the past. You're going to make this one. Let's run the play for you.
And Perry has 11, 4 of 11 from the field. His first three-point field goal in 5 shots, and 2 for 2 from the line. He's playing with 4 fouls. But now Illinois State last scored a field goal at 6:19 in the second half. We have 32.4 to go.
Illinois State has to be a little careful on this possession. They don't want to get into solely a one-on-one dribble type offense. They have been at their best when they have gotten movement, a little bit of weave, a little bit of false action out front to shift the defense around so you can give yourself an opportunity to swing the basketball. So keep an eye. If they go one-on-one, I think that is good for Murray State. But if they get some ball movement and they get some people movement, that's better for the Redbirds.
Well, I mentioned the last field goal for Illinois State. That came at 6:19 in the second half. It was a 3-point field goal by Luke Kazuki, his second three-pointer of the game, that gave Illinois State a 66-54 lead. Right now, it's only a 2-point lead for the Redbirds at 70-68. Burford, Banks, Lewis, Foster, and Kazuki will be on the floor for Illinois State. Sean Walker Jr. comes out along with Nick Ellington, Rob Perry, Jacoby Wood. Illinois State's ball, a time ticking down, 13 on the shot clock.
And space the floor. Try and clear something for Burford.
Burford looking for that space. High arc and got it.
Wow.
How about that play out of the timeout? And 12 for Burford today. Coming off a 20-point effort on Thursday in Chicago.
We have talked about it all game long. One of the best guys in this conference inside 10 feet. Here's the thing. He's 5 for 20 from the three-point line. You know he's going to penetrate. So the ability to get in the lane and rise above the defender, just an outstanding play by Darius Burford.
We see so many three-point field goal attempts and so many breakaway dunks in college basketball anymore. You find a mid-range jump shooter who can also hit the three ball and run the floor. That's what Burford is, and that's a very dangerous weapon to have.
I challenge ESPN to show that shot if Illinois State holds on, because all you see on SportsCenter, as you mentioned, John, three-point shots, dunks, but it's the mid-range game that can propel a team to victory. And Darius Burford, outstanding play.
Now, it's Murray State leading the all-time series with the Redbirds 8-1, winning the last 6 games. And Murray won the 2 last year, 70-67 in overtime at Murray, Kentucky, and then 76-75 here in Normal. And we have a 72-68 game right now, Illinois State.
So what do you expect from today? It's going down to the wire. Now the only question is Murray State going to run the same type of action with Rob Perry that they did on the previous possession, where it's basically screen-to-screener type action? Or do they get him and Quincy Anderson on the same side, where if you double one of them, it gives the other guy an open look? And Illinois State's going to pick up full token pressure, kind of prevent defense. You don't want to let them get a running start.
The time ticking down in this one. Wood. And he's denied inside. Kazuki for Illinois State. And a foul with 10.1 to go.
I tell you, that's a smart play by Wood. He just doesn't connect. He gets all the way to the rim. Illinois State does a nice job of getting your arms up. But watch Wood. He beats Foster. Just can't convert it. Kendall Lewis actually is the guy who knocked it out of there to Kazuki.
1-1, Kazuki. Bonus. $10 points for Luke Kazuki.
There is still a lot of time left, John. 10 seconds is an eternity. I watched the game the other day. 3 seconds. Team down 5 and they won.
Here's Perry. He was fouled and he got it. A bank shot for 3 and he's fouled with 3.8.
Oh my. Sometimes it pays to be a little lucky. And the problem is Poindexter just kind of floats into Perry, committing the foul. And banks it in. Oh my.
With 3.8 to go, 74-71 Illinois State.
Well, Murray has no more timeouts left, so Steve Prohm is trying to orchestrate on the fly here.
And Perry has scored the last 8 points for the Racers.
Look at Poindexter at the top of the key. He's your safety valve if the shot is missed and it pops out.
A 4-point play for Perry. He's at 15, 13 of those in the second half.
All right, now you got to face guard. See if you can get a 5-second count. If you're Illinois State, you got to run through the pass. Be strong on the catch. Illinois State has 1 timeout, so Poindexter can run it. If he can't get it in, he can burn the timeout.
Perry right there with Malachi Poindexter. And the foul, Anderson fouls Dalton Banks, a 65% free throw shooter. The third foul on Anderson stops the clock at 3 seconds to go.
And John, I would say he has to make both to end this game. But as we saw in that last possession, it was a 4-point play. Does have the benefit of shooting 2 as opposed to the 1-and-1.
Five points today for Banks. One more coming up here with 3 seconds to go.
You can hear people behind us yelling, "Don't foul." Now, if he makes this, you just stand there like a statue.
And he made both. 7 points for Banks.
Don't move. That's the only thing Ryan Peaton has to say to his team. Don't move.
Lewis back in for Kinzinger. 3 seconds left and a 4-point lead for Illinois State, trying to go 2-0 in the Valley. For Murray State, Perry looking for help. There's Wood near midcourt. Back to Perry. Perry lets it fly from the long 3, and that's the game. Illinois State goes to 2-0, beating Murray State 76-60.